it almost appears to be impossible, especially when Christianity is more and more becoming a business. When you have a guy who can just go open his church, and next thing you know, he's flying around on a private plane, that's a whole different issue. That's a whole different animal
Correct.
than to thinking about how do we at least bring together all the apostolic churches.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Catholic Church. I'm talking about the Greek Orthodox. I'm talking about captives. I'm talking about the Coptic Church. I'm talking about there's so many other things that have to happen, and then there have to be a serious conversation between Christians and Jews.
Yeah.
You are an extra minority. I mean, you put all the Jews together, what do we got? 15, 20 million people?
Well,
That's all there is.
yeah, that's, yeah.
So when everybody thinks about the significance and the fact that we are having so many fights and so many wars, and at some point, guess what? The Muslims come to Christ and they start making deals with Christians saying, listen, why are we fighting for this? Like, it's more of us than that. Like, this thing can really go bad if we allow it to. We were talking about the other day, people ask themselves the question, can it get worse? Yes,
Always.
there's always room for things to get worse. How do we fix it? There has to be a sense of unity. There has to be a sense of alignment. Can't have 1,000 people trying to come up with their own set of rules. That's where right now, Islam, however, even though internally Islam has some level of fragmentation, Islam is winning. There is a sense of this is what we're going to do. This is where we're heading. There is
They
a
go about
single
it
message.
different routes,
There's
but yeah.
a single philosophy. And guess what? A little bit at a time, the people that are more united, that are better organized, will end up winning. So, but it is an existential issue that we have going on. It is a cultural war, and in this case, at the highest level, which implicates the whole religious issue. So, I hope that, and I'm saying this, as a Christian, as a Catholic, that is inviting everybody else to say, let's find a way to have a little bit of a serious conversation about these things. But I'm also inviting the Jewish community to say, how do we truly find, how do we find a way to avoid this moment? Because we are deeply linked to each other. We are deeply connected. You cannot talk about Christ without talking about the Old Testament, because there will be then there will be no significance. It's like coming out of nothingness. You know what I mean? And so that makes absolutely no sense. The fact that we are where we are right now, I just wanted to highlight that many of these implications, they deeply rooted in different areas. Some of them are religious areas, some of them are location. Obviously, Israel today, Jerusalem has a special significance for all the religions. That tiny little
Yeah, all of
piece of land, the three major religions are making a claim. As a Christian, as a Catholic, of course, I would love to see the area ruled by Christianity, because I think that there would be good rulers to everybody else. But at this point, my second best choice is let it be controlled by the Jewish people. If the Orthodox Jew doesn't grow to the point where they're going to overpower, because then I don't know what's going to come out of that. Because I don't know if they truly are capable of self-ruling without the Zionists present. Because and I tell you that for a number of reasons. But I agree with you in that sense that at this point, this is going to be a situation where people will have to find a way to make the choice. Do we want to play better? Do we want to come together? Because, and I think that. I'll close it just by telling you this. I think it's actually happening. I think that people, a lot more people, are actually forcing themselves to have the conversation and said, "Do we need to talk about this? Do we need to establish a different line of conversation?" So I'm looking forward to seeing the same way that was very scary to see this many young people doing so many crazy things, and just in a matter of a week, 10 days. Then you had another group of people showing up to say, you know what, this is nonsense.
Yeah.
We're going to defend the flag. We're going to defend. I think that something similar can come out of these groups that are linked to each other historically and religiously.